Hello everyone. On behalf of ThinkNix, I would like to welcome you all to another video tutorial, and today we are going to take a look at Linux fundamentals for beginners part 2.
So let's begin with my introduction. I'm Madhuri Jha, working as a technical assistant manager at ThinkNix Technologies. With more than 7 years of work experience, I have delivered numerous training sessions on different technologies.
Before we get started, hope you have gone through the first part of the video series wherein I had discussed the basic understanding about Linux OS. Those who are interested to view and don't have clarity about basics of Linux, you can find the link to the video in the description box. Now let's proceed in the journey of exploring Linux. The agenda for this part of tutorial would be understanding the need of working on terminal, and later in the tutorial we would be discussing some basic commands in Linux along with the practical demonstration of those commands on terminal. Let's move to working on terminal. And what's the need of working on terminal when we have effective GUI even in Linux? Mostly programmers find command line is faster. It is so many tools for them to get their work done. Interpreters, compilers, and debuggers in CLI are more effective. It works in all platform and systems, be it desktop or Linux server. Command line of Linux makes it easy to install and manage servers. We can get to use Linux terminal in different ways. You can install Oracle VirtualBox, install Ubuntu over it, and use the terminal. Or you can do it in the second way, which I have followed, is creating a virtual machine on cloud and install Ubuntu on it and later connect to the terminal. Let's walk through some basic Linux commands. Now let's discuss some of the common commands used in Linux terminal on working with directories and files. mkdir directory name allows user to create a directory. cd directory name allows to change the current working directory. cd double dot navigates to parent directory. cd / navigates to root directory. cd tilde navigates to user's home directory. pwd stands for print working directory, which displays the current working directory. Now let's check out for the demo of these commands on terminal. First command which I am going to execute in the terminal is mkdir, which stands for make directory. mkdir space linux1 will make a new directory with the specified name linux1 in the current working directory. Next command is cd, which stands for change directory. It has several options. First one being cd space the name of the directory linux1 will navigate to the directory created. cd space double dot takes you to the parent directory. You can see over here cd / etc will take you to that particular etc directory. cd space / will take to the root directory. Look at this, you are in the root directory. Type ls, it will list out the directories and files. Root is the main directory in Linux and rest are under it. You can see home directory here under root. Let us go to the directory created few minutes ago. For that, first let's navigate to the home directory. cd home, check by ls, you can see your username. cd space tilde will take you to user's home directory, and then cd linux1, now you are in your directory. ls, nothing is displayed because I have not created any file or folder in it. Now next command is pwd, stands for print working directory. It tells me which directory you are currently working on. Now let's discuss some of the Linux commands of working with files. Cat greater than file name allows user to create a new file. Cat file name shows the content of the file. Touch file name helps to create an empty file. MV file name, new file name, moves or renames a file or directory, and it is also used to move a file to a different directory. CP, source file, destination file, copies the file or groups of files or directories. It creates an exact copy of a file with different file name. If the destination file doesn't exist, it creates one, but if it exists, it overwrites the destination file. cp-r, source directory, destination directory, copies the contents of source directory to destination directory. -R stands for recursive copy, that is, all the subdirectories and the files of source will be copied to destination. Echo string displays the line of text or string on the terminal. Now let us see the demo of these commands on the terminal. Before we get started with working on files, first let us move to the directory created. cd space linux1, enter. We are inside the directory. Next command we are going to see is cat command and its different applications. Cat greater than symbol file1.txt and enter. Whatever you will write after running this command, it will be redirected and copied to the file1.txt. This symbol here is standard output redirection. So let's write some content in this file. Let us learn Linux commands. We are here to share our knowledge on Linux. Linux is an open source operating system. Now after writing this content, let's save it. Ctrl plus D will save the content. To view the content of the file, cat lesser than symbol file1.txt. You can see the content is here. Cat space file1.txt will give the same result. Now the lesser than symbol in this command is standard input redirection. Cat command will take the input from file1.txt and print it to the terminal screen. This line of command also shows the real working of the cat command, that is to display the content. Moving on to the next command, touch F1 used to create an empty file named F1, and to create multiple empty files, touch F2 space F3, enter, and multiple files are created. ls will list out all the files created. Now suppose I want to rename this file F1. Then the command is mv space F1 space new F1. This command will rename the F1 file to new F1. ls, and you can observe F1 is not there in the list. Instead, there is new F1. Let's create a directory new dir and move the file new F1 to that directory. mkdir space new dir, enter, will create a directory, and cd space new dir. I am inside the new directory now. ls, and no files or directories are listed. Cd space dot dot will navigate to the parent directory. An mv command is also used to move the files to a different directory. For example, mv new f1 space tilde slash linux1 slash new dir. Here what I'm doing is I am moving the file new f1 to a different directory which is inside my linux1 directory, and the new directory is new dir. Now let's check whether the file is present there. ls space tilde slash linux1 slash new dir. You can find new f1 in the new dir directory. Next command is cp. cp stands for create a copy of a file or a directory. cp space file1.txt space f2 will create a copy of the content of file1.txt to f2. There's another application of cp, that is cp space hyphen r. This r can be either capital or small, which stands for recursive copy, space new dir space my dir. This command will recursively copy all the subdirectories and files under the directory. Okay, let's see that. ls-r will list out the whole thing. You can see that both new dir, my dir with the same new f1. The directory along with the files got copied. Moving on to the next command, echo space hello linux will print the string or text on the terminal. You can see it is printing the string.
Now continuing our section of working with files and directories in Linux terminal, let's discuss deleting files and directories. rmdir directory name allows the user to remove or delete empty directories. rm option file name allows the user to remove files. rm-f and file name is used for forceful deletion. rm-r deletes the files and subdirectories recursively of the parent directory. That is, it will delete the subdirectories along with the files in it. rm-i file name. -i option asks the user for confirmation before removing each file. Now let's check for the demo of these commands on terminal.
Now let's continue with deleting directories and files through terminal. First, let's list the files and directories of Linux1. ls-r. Linux1 contains a subdirectory child Linux1 and files f1 and f2. Child Linux1 contains a file child f1 in it. Now let's remove or delete the subdirectory child Linux1. rmdir command is used to remove an empty directory. So rmdir child Linux1 executed will give an error as directory is not empty. So we need to delete the file child f1 to remove the directory. So let's change to directory child Linux1 to delete its file. cd child Linux1. Now rm child f1 will delete the file. ls, the file is deleted
and directory is empty now. Now go to its parent directory to delete its subdirectory. CD space double dot. Now in Linux 1, rmdir child Linux 1. Subdirectory removed. ls there are only two files, f1 and f2. rm -i f1 -i stands for interactive deletion. It will ask for confirmation before deletion of file. Yes, file got deleted. ls there is no file named f1. rm -f f2 is forceful deletion. ls if file f2 removed, file without any confirmation.
Moving further in the section, next command is used to list directories and files. ls options displays the list of files and directories in present working directory. Options, there are multiple, but we will discuss few commonly used options. ls-l shows the list in a long list format. ls-a lists the files along with the hidden files. ls-al lists all files and directories with detailed information like permission, size, owner, etc. ls-lh shows detailed listing with size of files in human readable format. ls-ltr long listing of files and sorts the file name according to modification time in reverse order. Now let's check for the demo on terminal.
ls command is used to list the files and directories of the current working directory. ls space -l will list the files and directories with all the permissions, ownerships and size in a long list format. ls space -al will display long list format of all the files including the hidden files of the current directory. These are some of the hidden files. ls space -lh. This command will show you the file sizes in human readable format like this 4.0K. This is the size of the file. ls space -ltr will list out the files in long format list sorted according to modification date in reverse order.
Moving on to next section, filter commands in Linux. grep is a command line utility for searching text or data for lines that match a regular expression. Syntax, grep, options, pattern we are looking for, then file name. There are multiple options, but we will discuss few commonly used options. -c prints only count of the lines that match a pattern. -i ignores case for matching. -n displays matched lines with line numbers. Now let's see the demo of these commands on terminal.
Now moving on to filter commands in Linux. grep is a useful command to filter or search in a file for a pattern of characters. It displays lines that contain that pattern. Here Linux is the pattern or text I am searching in the file wikilinux. grep -n linux wikilinux displays the search with line numbers. grep -i linux wikilinux ignores the case while searching. Capital letter in Linux and lowercase Linux is displayed as the result. grep -c linux wikilinux will return only count of lines where search was found. Two options can also be combined together, -i, -n, grep -in Linux Wikilinux will print the search by ignoring case along with line numbers will be displayed.
Moving on to next filter command, that is Linux cut command. Linux cut command is useful for selecting a specific column of a file. It is used to cut a specific section by character, by byte position and fields and write them to a standard output. It cuts a line and extracts the text data. Its syntax cut, option and file. It's same here like grep. There are multiple options, but we will discuss few commonly used options. Cut by using hyphen as delimiter, that is files wherein word separator is hyphen. Cut by using space as delimiter, that is files wherein the word separator is a space. We'll discuss the difference in detail while showing a demo. Let me show an example. Cut hyphen d hyphen f, specify the column number and then the file name. Cut hyphen d hyphen d stands for delimiter and hyphen is the delimiter used in marks.txt. Hyphen f2, field 2 comma 3 means second column and the third column of marks.txt will be extracted and displayed on the terminal. Moving on to next, cut hyphen d space. Here space is the delimiter used in the file. Cut hyphen d space hyphen f2 marks1.txt. Hyphen d stands for delimiter and space is the delimiter used. Hyphen f2 extract the second column from the marks1.txt. Now let's move to demo of cut command on terminal. Now let's practice applications of cut command. Cut command is useful for selecting a specific column of a file and writes them to standard output. We are taking two files for demo, marks.txt with space as delimiter and marks2.txt with hyphen as delimiter. In first command, cut hyphen d space hyphen f1 comma 3 marks.txt. Hyphen d is the delimiter. In our file marks.txt, space is the delimiter. This command will extract first and third column from marks.txt, so only name and place will be displayed. In our second command, cut hyphen d hyphen space hyphen f1 marks2.txt, hyphen is the delimiter and this command will extract first column of marks2.txt. So only name column will be displayed. Moving on to the next filter command, that is the pipe command. Pipe command is used to combine two or more commands, and in this the output of one command acts as input to another command. You can make it do so by using the pipe character of the keyboard. Now look at the syntax: command 1, pipe command 2, pipe command 3, and this can go till command n. Like cat, file name, pipe symbol, grep pattern. Here what we are doing is cat file name will display the content of the file, and in that we are searching for that pattern by using a grep. In the second example, cat marks.txt will display the contents of the marks.txt. Now this acts as the input to this grep 94. 94 will be searched in marks.txt and the third command wc-l will count the number of lines of 94 in marks.txt. So here we are combining three commands together. Now let's see the demo in the terminal. Now let's execute some of the pipeline commands in Linux. Pipe command combines
two or more commands and each command being the input of other in series. Let's take some example. Cat marks.txt pipe grep94 are two different commands. Output of first command catmarks.txt is the input of grep command. 94 will be searched in the content of marks.txt. You can see the 94 is visible in two lines. Let's take another example. Cat marks.txt pipe grep94 pipe wc-l. This command will look for 94 in marks.txt and wc-l will count the lines in which 94 is present, that is 2. So that's all we have in this video. This comprises of an introduction of some basic Linux commands. If you want me to discuss more on Linux commands, do let us know in the comment section. We will come back soon with a new topic. See you there. Happy learning. Keep practicing. Thank you for watching our tutorial. We really hope you liked our video. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on the link below to know more about ThinkNix. Bye. We shall see you in our next video. Stay tuned for more update from us.